Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. In this today's session, we're going to learn about how to run Jenkins builds inside Docker container, and I will do it very easily so anyone can understand. But before going to this session, I want to let you know how to install Jenkins and install Docker everything. For that, I have particularly in previous session already covered all that. I will share this link with you guys so you can just simply come to the screen and then follow all these instructions that I mentioned here. Since I have already did a video on that also, simply follow that. Follow till the point 6 here, okay? 6. That is the installation of Docker plugin and the Docker pipeline plugins. Before that, you have to install the Jenkins, then the Docker, and then do some run some commands to make it everything prepare for this implementation, and then install the plugins. So how to install the plugins? You can install the plugins. Come to this manage Jenkins. After that, click on manage plugins. After that, click on the available tab and search by the what Docker. Okay, I have already installed it, so I may not find it here. So simply I will go to install tab and go down. You will see the Docker Docker plugin, this one, and Docker pipeline. These two plugins you must install. Okay, so since I have already installed it, I will show you how to do from the next step. Okay, so come to dashboard and then click on manage Jenkins. Then you will find an option called manage nodes and clouds. Click on that. Okay, now here you will see an option called configure cloud. Click on that, and once you click on this add new cloud option, there just click on the Docker, and you will see it's asking for two details. What is the Docker cloud details, and the second one is Docker agent templates. We'll go through both, but first let's go by the Docker cloud details. Click on that, and in the host URI, you can see this Docker host URI. If you're not sure about that, click on the question mark. Typically it's Unix this socket path. Okay, simply copy the socket path and paste it here. Okay, and then click on test connection. You can see the connection, that is this implementation working fine. You can see an option called enable. If you enable that, then only it will be applicable, it will be available to the pipelines. So click on enabled. Now go down and all looks good, just save it. You are done here. Now come to the pipelines. So click on new item and let's call it Docker sample pipeline. Okay, and let's select the pipeline, then click on OK. Done. Now go down, and for now we will not care about other options. We'll simply come to the pipeline script. Here just come to the article again, this one. There are multiple ways to run Jenkins builds inside Docker, and I'll go through one by one that I know of, and there will be others also. You can keep searching on that part. So first is via Docker image mentioning. Okay, that is this command. I will explain in depth. So let's paste it. Okay, so you can see it here. It's simple pipeline script, and where the agent, this is important, the agent part. Here agent, in normal cases we just mention any or master or maybe a particular target level, but here you're saying agent, then inside that Docker. Okay, important key part here, Docker, then inside the second brackets image, then what is the image path? It can be anything, any path, could be ECR, could be Docker Hub, could be anywhere, Docker registry path. And then once you mention all that, then we are running the stages, and in the stages we are just making sure that it's running exactly that particular image or not. Okay, so let's do that. Just run this pipeline and see it's working fine or not. Okay, save it, and is option called build now. Click on that. You can see build scheduled. You can see build 1 is running. Click on that build 1 and then click on the console output, so you can see what's happening. Okay, you might see it here that the started the build, then is inspecting the image, and Jenkins does not seem to be running inside container. Then it's running inside command. So you can see all the commands here, okay. And then you might see that node -v, that is we're checking the Node.js version where it's running, that is version 14.7. So that means our this configuration working fine. So in this easy way you can run any build inside a Docker container, right? Now go back to the dashboard, and we have this project here. Click on that. We are going to run multiple scenarios, so click on configure. Now we are going to try out the second scenario. So I've shown you how you can run directly like this in a simple case where the scope is global. Now we can make it a more focused way. Suppose you have one app in Go, one app in Python, one app in Node.js, could be any case, to be honest. In those cases, if you want to make build of all that application in a single pipeline, you can do that. You can do it easily via the local scoping. So here in the stages, you can see in different stage itself, we can mention what should be that particular scopes agent. Okay, that you can do. There you can mention what should be the image where you want to run the build, and that's what we're doing here. Here, if you see this example, here we are mentioning in the local level, in the global level we are saying it's done, and in the local stage we are mentioning that agent is Docker, and the image Docker registry path here. Okay, we're running. So now let's run and see how that works. Okay, come back to our project, and then click on configure, go down, and there paste this. You can see the command. Simply we are checking the Node.js version to make sure that local scope working fine here. Save it, and then click on build now, and you can see the new build will start here. Click on that, click on console output, and you can see first it check is Node.js version 14, and then again in the second step it's saying Node.js is version 12. So our local level scoping is working perfectly fine. Okay, so we have covered the case. Now go down, and here we have Dockerfile template. So what is that? In the where we have configured the cloud, now we are running via the Docker command, right? Docker particular agent, you're mentioning Docker and that, but we can do the level matching. To do that, we have to configure the agent. So go here, go to dashboard, and then click on manage Jenkins, click on manage nodes and clouds. There you can see the option configure cloud. You remember we configure the Docker details here. Now there is an option called Docker agent templates, this one. Click on that. Then we might see there add Docker template. Click on that, and now in the level, now this is the level you are mentioning. This is the level you are mentioning here. So previously you might see that Docker agent, any master or particular agent target we can mention. Similar way we can tell which template to target, that we can mention here. So let's do that here in the label. Now let's say it's a Docker agent, and see it's the option is not enabled, so enable it. In the name you can call it Docker agent. Same name you can mention, or whatever redependent you want, you can do that, and make sure this one is proper. Okay, because that's what we're going to target. Now go down, and Docker image. This is also important. You know why? Because you have to make, if you just click on this question mark, you'll see #tag version there, but it has to have installed at least the Java and other required details. So make sure that's there. There in the image, we have just come to the article. You can see this one, this image already have everything that we might need to run the Jenkins build inside Docker. So copy that, and this is the one mentioned here. Done. Now come down, you can see image capacity. Now it's all up to you how you want to configure, nothing much here. And this is very important, because see the connection method, how your Docker Jenkins is going to connect with the Docker container, that is mentioning here. You can like have, if the Docker is running in the same machine where Jenkins is there, then you can go with the attached Docker container, where Docker, now this is the prerequisite, Docker image must have Java installed, Docker image cmd command must be the empty, or simply sit or wait forever, like EG bean bash if you comment to that. So this is a very important requirement. If it's not, then your image will not run there. Okay, it will not even start. Make sure that you understand that. Second option is via JNLP. Okay, so make sure that you have this criteria covered if you are going to use the JNLP. And similarly, using SSH, make sure you have this SSH level, what is the prerequisite installed. We are going, since the Docker is running in the same machine while you're running the Jenkins master, so we'll go with the attached Docker container. Go down, and I think all good. Now just go click and save. Just copy the name first because we're going to run this particular agent. Now save it. Now copy this one. I have to, I think, modify a little bit, but it's fine. So let's open the dashboard in new tab. Then click on the project, the pipeline that you're utilizing for our testing. Click on configure, go down, and let's just copy paste this one. So agent, here the label is the Docker agent, right? So let's make it to our, that recently we have created one Docker template, right? Template agent. So click on the Docker agent templates, and here this is the label. Okay, if you click on this, you'll send labels to give the nodes for limiting your builds. So actually targeting the builds. Now this is the one, so copy that and change it. So here we are saying pipeline, the pipeline syntax, that is declarative pipeline. Then what the agent configuration is, agent, then we are targeting the label Docker agent. This is important. We are not mentioning Docker, we're just targeting the agent, and it will happen automatically. Now go down again, you can see the stages. We're just simply saying okay, running the build is successfully, just sample message, nothing more than that. You can run whatever you want as you wish. Save it and just click on build now. If you click on build now, you will see this will start here, and go to console output. You can see it's going to start. So and it's done. So you can see the container is not there. Now this Docker plugins will dynamically create the container and run the commands and then close it automatically. Okay, and it's success. Now there is another way, that is via Dockerfile. We are now going to learn how to like if you don't have the image available, you have the Dockerfile, then use the Dockerfile to run a container, and in that container run a build. How can you do that? So that is here using Dockerfile. Copy that one. I will explain one by one here. So for that, actually we need pipeline script from SCM, and SCM in the source code management we have Git. Now let's see what is our Git remote -v. This is our GitHub project. Copy that. Now go down. It's a public project, so we don't need access. It's fine. Come back here. You can see option GitHub project. Paste it the URL here. Go down, and you can see. Okay, some the copy part is problem. So now, yeah, it's good. Go down. Yeah, branch is master. I don't have any other branch at the moment for this one. And go down. This is important. The script path. Now, actually, in my project, I already have one Jenkins file which I'm using for other demo. That's why I have created one new file, Jenkins file with Dockerfile integration. So for that, we are using the agent Dockerfile. Just I'm showing in the web page itself. Here, the syntax part. Let's come back to the syntax part. You can see it here. In the agent, we are mentioning not the Docker or the labeling or anything. We are mentioning agent in the pipeline, declarative pipeline syntax, and then inside that agent in a global level, we are saying it's Dockerfile true. That's all we are doing here. Okay. Now then we are mentioning the stages, like stages and the stage running build. I'm simply printing a command to make sure it's working fine. You can run whatever you want to run. Okay, it's no problem. Now come back here and let's rename this file path. Let's make it let me copy it. Okay, save it, and let's click on build now. and wait for, okay, it's running here, the build, and click on console output, and you can see all that happening, that the build that we have mentioning that is automatically configured. Then this is the part where the using Dockerfile the build happening, and here it is, the Dockerfile. In the Dockerfile, what we are mentioning here. See, in Dockerfile, what you're doing here, we are telling from base image, that is Node.js 14. Then we are making the Docker, the work directory. Then we are copying the packages in the simple packages, and not much modules. You can see it here, only few dependencies that will get installed, and then come back, and then you are like copying all everything, and that's it. All you're doing. Okay, you can have any kind of Docker file, doesn't matter. This is my example here, and you can see down here, and you can see here down, successfully built the Docker image and running this command line. So it worked perfectly fine, isn't it? Now you understand how easily you can integrate all this way. Now once you're done with that, here you have a lot of other things to learn. That's why I have given a reference link. Click on that, and you will see all the use cases that you might have some usability in your project. Go through that and let me know if you find something useful there, okay, or anything that you want me to go through and improve. Please let me know in the comments. And if you like this video, please do like this video, share this video with others, and subscribe the channel, and make sure to click on the bell icon. Okay, thank you very much. Hope to see you in the next session.